What's up, guys? This is a video I didn't think I'd ever make. A little backstory on the reason why. Big Metallica fan in high school in the early 90s, learning how to play guitar in those days. And, my buddies and I, we waited a long time for Load to come out, and we were really disappointed and just kind of wrote Metallica off after that. And recently saw some social media posts about Load. And I made a couple negative comments, and I thought, you know what, your tastes have changed a lot in almost 30 years. Why don't you go back and listen and give it another try? And I did, and there's a lot of good songs on Load. So we're going to cover one of them today. It's called Until It Sleeps. So we'll cover the first clean tone. You can tell it's Chris Isaak inspired. I think Wicked Game inspired a lot of music in the early 90s in the rock genre, so you hear that influence there. All right, you start off with kind of an A minor shape. It goes like this. I think James does this, or one of them does that and the other. Okay, so one more time slowly. So that's an open A, and then your D2, and then your open high E. So, and I've got my pinky there, so I can grab that B3. So, pick up your pinky, put your index finger down on B1, and then pick that up, B, open B. So, and then I take my ring finger there, lay it on G2, and then open G. So, okay. This bar across 5, ring finger on 7 on your D string. Then we've got a variation on it, the one that goes like this. So you play that same riff, but when you do this, open to 3 on E, and then that open A, and then E3, open on your G and D, or G and B, and then your E1, and then, or this, however you want to play it. So one more time, it'd be like this. Missed my whammy bar, guys. All right, so that's the rhythm part there. And I think that's most of the clean tone stuff. You do have the background for the solo. It's just a simple. He's just playing that A in the background. And then I think it goes to maybe a C. It's like. I think he does this. Right. And the second part of the solo. All right, let's move on to the heavy stuff. We've got the pre-chorus. It does it 4 times. There's a little bit of a variation each time, so we'll just hit all 4 of those. First time, you've got, so just a power chord, 3 on E and 5 on A, twice. Lift it to an open E. That brings us out of that clean tone verse into the pre-chorus. So a few things are different that first time through. For one, it ends with, okay? That's the only time it ends with that. I got ahead of myself there, but that is a true statement. It only ends with that first time through the pre-chorus. The riff itself, after I just hit an open A. I'm not sure exactly what they do, but that's what I do. I go, and then, so I'm just palm muting that open A, and that's D7 and G5, and then a double stop on 7 on your D and G, and then back to that original shape. 5 on D, 4 on G, twice, and then double stop on the 5s. Here we're 2 on G, 3 on D. Add that 3 in for a double stop once, and then back to, so, okay, so it's, and that's 10 on D, 9 on G, and then a 10 double stop. Okay. Right, I told you there are variations each time. There are. The second time through, well, first of all, the final 3 times, you've got 4 pre-choruses. The final 3 times, instead of this, at the tail, you're going to do, okay? But there is another variation, and I'm going to show you that. The second time through, it does this. Okay, this is the bluesy bend on G7. Bend it, release it, and then hammer on the 7 back to 5 twice. Okay. All right, now the third pre-chorus riff, you do that again, but there's a little variation on it. It goes. Okay, see how that little tail there? I'm going to throw in that D7, right? And then the fourth time through, we've got another variation yet. That time it goes. It's just subtle variations, but they do vary there, see? 2 bends. There we go into the chorus riff. That better demonstrates what I was trying to explain earlier out of order there, that at the very tail end of that fourth time through the riff in your pre-chorus, instead of, you just go and do a massive slides of really mean right into, okay? I don't know which guitarist plays that. I think it might be James. I don't know. It doesn't matter. That's the prominent one in the mix, but the other guitarist, he's playing something different, whether it's Kirk or James, whoever. The other part goes like this. It's pretty quiet in the mix, though. So the main one you hear is, if you're one guitarist, that's the one you want to play. But you do hear that other one. And I want to point that out because at the end, both guitarists do play that. It's the final time through the chorus, right at the tail of the song. You'll hear whoever was playing this earlier, he joins in this. Sounds very powerful when they bring that together. Really tightens it up. And that's a power chord on 3 on your E, and to slide up to your 5. So, and then just let go of 7 on that A and make a double stop. Okay. Back to that double stop. And then add that A8. Okay, so see how I did that? Come up and grab a double stop on your 9 and slide down. So see how it varies there? You might need to listen to the recording to get the hang of that. As you work through that chorus riff, he doesn't always go. You've got the spot where it goes. So that's that double stop on your 7s there, on your A and your D strings. You go twice in a row in lieu of. Okay. All right, so I'm going to play all the way through that so you can kind of get the hang of the timing there and the rhythm. So it goes like this. And then it goes. I about messed that up at the end. I kind of started to mess it up. Remember there, it's easy to forget if you really want to be accurate when you come out of that chorus. The last time you want to go 3 to 4 on your E and then an open A. And then also during the chorus you've got another guitar track doing this. I think that's what it does. Something like that. You've got octaves, okay? So you've got an octave. It's just skipping a string like a power chord, except you're skipping a string and you're keeping that middle string quiet. So you've got 14 on your A and then 16 on your G. So move down a whole step, 2 frets. Move down 2 again. So move down 1 to 9. So 14, 12, 10, 9, 6, 7. That's during the you hear that? Something like that. I almost forgot to show you that one. All right, I think that's everything except the actual solo itself. My last lesson had wah in it, and I was too lazy to get my wah out. I kind of regretted it later. I took it out for this one. I think it's more like a filter, though. He doesn't seem to be doing a lot of wah on it. I'll use it more as a filter. I'll go ahead and play through the solo, and then we'll go through it lick by lick. It's kind of like this. Okay, something like that. Yeah, let's just go ahead and kick the wall off as we go over this. It's a double stop on 17, B and E. So, and then you just want to use your middle finger, that's what I use anyway, and grab that E19. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then that's 20. Okay, so just get that down first. That's the first part of the solo. Do it nice and slow now. Okay, and then next you've got a unison bend. Do that twice. That's 20 on B, 17 on E, and then double stops again on 17, slide down to 15, back up to 15. Right, so what I did there was, this is all double stops, 17 to 15, down to 12. So you do that twice. And then you've got D7, G5, G7, G9, G14. And then do the same thing again, but end on 12. Okay, so and then so it's the same thing again. Just hit each note. You're gonna hit the 12 and the 14 this time. So and then B12, B15, E12, E14, E15, and then E17 in full step bends. Can't remember how many times he does that, but that's where he ends it. So and then we've got we talked about that earlier, how coming out of the solo, the final chorus, they come together on that heavier version of the pre-chorus riff. And then it ends with the clean tone again. And then the last thing you hear in the song is the... Right? All right, guys, great song. Fun to learn, fun to teach. Check out my channel. Got a lot of stuff out there, a lot of classic rock, country rock, pop, metal, grunge. We love it all at Nitro Licks. Thanks for watching. See you next time.